Hi there, welcome back to another card kit as promised from yesterday. This one is the Father Christmas October card kit, so there are still lots of these left if you want to get a head start on next year's cards. And I will have a link in the description box below where you can get it in my Etsy shop. And after we've gone through what's in the kit, we're gonna create these cards. So you can create with me, and should you happen to purchase the kit, you can always go back to this video and watch it while you make it. So we have card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, and card number 4. So let's get into what is all in this kit. So we have 4 portrait style card bases, which you will have to fold yourself, and my camera keeps going out of focus. I don't like that. So we've got 4 of those, and then our A2 envelopes as usual. And then we have our background papers. So we have this red and white kind of Christmas images. This holly, this green plaid, and this music note. These will all be kind of different in the kit. You won't all get like the same one, because the paper that I cut is got different patterns on it, but it'll be similar. And then we have the poinsettia and these pine cones. We have this white plaid with its mat. We have this kind of mistletoe and berries with its mat. And then we have this red stripe with its mat. And then we have 2 pieces of lace, and these are kind of cut wonky, but they're gonna slip underneath the paper, so you're not gonna see that in the end. I was having difficulty cutting them straight because the die I used had it on both sides, and then I just cut it in half, but didn't always work out straight. So then we have these 2 pieces of lace borders. And then we have this wider lace border. Just going to put that up there. We have this lace border. So can I put that there? And then we have a lace oval, or an oval that has lace edges. We have our images and their mats, so we have the different colors of Father Christmases, Saint Nick, whichever you want to call it, Santa Claus. I'm just going to see if I can go out a little bit here because I'm running out of space. So we've got 4 mats. All the pictures are images are the same size, so any of these mats will fit for the images. So then we've got the white Santa in the red robe. We've got the red robed Santa, the blue robed Santa, and the brown robed Santa for Father Christmas. We have 4 poinsettias. And I hand make all these flowers myself. Alright, and then we have the pine branches, or whatever kind of evergreen plant this is. So we've got 4 of those. Got 4 of the tan branches. And then we have our sentiments, which are basic Christmas sentiments. So we've got Merry Christmas. We should have that one 4 times. Wishing you joy. So another Merry Christmas. Season's greetings. Peace, joy, and love. Happy holidays. There's 2 of those. Jingle bells. Let's see what is here. Silent night. So another season's greetings. Another Merry Christmas. And the other one. And then you leave. And another wishing you joy. So that is everything that is in this kit. Oh, I didn't go through the instructions. So of course you have the instructions with the overview and the embellishments and cards. And I can't remember if I did this a smaller version on the actual card kits. I think I may have just accidentally just done this one. Not quite sure. I think maybe they're all like this. So forgot that I had changed my design. So, and your large images of each card with the step-by-step instructions. So stay tuned and we will create these cards. Alright, so the things you're going to need for the first card is one of the card bases, the plaid background, the pinecone paper, the Father Christmas in the brown mat, the 2 medium lace borders, one of the sentiments, one of the tan branches, and one of the pine branches, some foam squares, and some adhesive of your choice. You can use whatever you want. You can use glue stick or liquid glue or double-sided tape. So any of those. You don't have to use the foam squares if you don't want. You can just keep everything flat. That would be fine. But I like the dimension that it gives. Alright, so I'm just going to put these up here a bit so I can be organized here. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my card base. And then we need the green plaid background. And I'm just going to put a small bead of glue on the back side. And we're just going to put it on, leaving an even border all the way around. Just like so. And then we're going to take the pine cone paper and adhere that to the paper, or to the base. And we're just going to center that, just like that. And then we have our lace borders here. So I'm just going to put a small dab of glue. You can use a glue stick for this too, it might work a little bit easier. And we'll put that on there, just making sure that it's lined up nicely. And I'm going to grab a paper towel to wipe off excess glue, which I always forget. Alright, and then the same thing with this one. And just gonna make that as straight as we possibly can. And I'm just putting the darkest part, or the fullest part on the edge of the pine cone paper. There we go. And now we're going to take our image. And I apologize for the quality of cardstock. I went with my normal supplier and they must have had a bad batch, but I had no choice but to use it. It is now back to its original smoothness and does much better for printing on. Alright, so we have our Santa image, and we're just going to put this with 3D foam squares on an angle. You don't have to put it on an angle, but after making so many cards and stuff like that, I kind of like to have just a little bit of variety with the way they look. So we'll put it on an angle here. Just like so. And then we're going to just put a bunch of glue on the center of our poinsettia. And we're going to place this right here, overlapping the image. Just takes a minute for the glue to get sticky. And then we'll take our branch and I just put a little bit of glue on the back side, or on the bottom part of it. And then I'm just going to tuck that underneath the poinsettia like so. Get my paper towel to dab off the excess. And then we have our tan branch. And we'll just do the same with that. I'm just putting a little bit on the stem. And we're just going to tuck that right in there. And we'll take our greeting or sentiment and put some foam squares on the back of that. These cards are very fast to put together. Not a lot of complication to them, but they look ornate. And we'll just place this in the center. Like so. And there you have our first card. So for the next card, you're going to need one of the card bases, this red and white pattern paper, the poinsettia pattern paper, the Father Christmas in the red robe, and it's matte, the oval lace doily thing, one of the sentiments, the two thin borders, poinsettia, and the tan colored branch and the pine branch. And so just move these out of the way. Okay, so you're going to take your cardstock again, or your card base, and you're going to fold it. And then we need the background paper. And again, we'll just put a small bead of glue around the edge. Put a little bit much on that one. And again, I'm just going to evenly place it on our card base. Rid of any excess glue. And now we're going to take the poinsettia paper and our two thin borders here, and this is where you're going to see that it doesn't matter if they're crooked, as long as we don't put them on crooked. So we're going to take one, and we're just going to lay it down onto our pattern paper, and then we just want the edge of this to peek out. Just like so. I don't know if you can see that. Just want the edge to be visible, so you're not seeing any of that crooked line. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Just a thin bead of glue here. I'm going to place down our border. Make sure you're lining up the edges. And then I'm just going to flip it over and just nudge. This is where the liquid adhesive is a little bit more forgiving. And there you go. So then it's just barely on the edge like that. And then we're going to take this whole thing and adhere it to our card base right in the center. just like so. And now we're going to take our oval and we're just going to glue that down right in the center. And again, we'll take our Father Christmas here and place it in the mat. There we go. And then I'm going to use my foam squares again to put this on. And I'm just going to put it on an angle this way. We'll grab our poinsettia. And I'm just going to place it about here. And then our pine branch. We're just going to tuck that underneath. And our little tan branch. And that is just going to go right underneath as well. And then we have our sentiment. So I want this to kind of go over this. So I'm just going to place one foam square on this side, and I'm going to just do adhesive on the rest of it. And then we're just going to place it like this, just over top. And there you have our second card. For the next card, you're going to need a card base, the music sheet, the mistletoe with berries and it's matte, the Father Christmas in the white robe, and the poinsettia, the wide lace border, one of the pine branches, the tan branches, and one of your sentiments. Alright, so again, fold your card base, and we're going to adhere the music paper onto the card base. And then we need our mistletoe and matte. I guess it's mistletoe and holly. I see some holly and berries, and then mistletoe and berries. And we're going to layer the two together. And you're just going to center this onto the cardstock so that the sides are all even. And then we're going to adhere this to our card base. And we're going to put it to the left side, and we're going to leave the same amount of space on 3 sides so it's centered. And then we're going to take our border lace and we're going to attach that to the center of the card. And then we'll take our Father Christmas image and layered it onto its mat. My paper is all curved because I've had it sitting out in the open in the humidity for months. So, and we're going to put our foam squares on the back. And again, we're going to put this on an angle on the right side of the card, just kind of in the center-ish, I think. Then we'll grab our poinsettia and place it on the lace border. I'm just going to hold it down for a little bit so that the glue can set. And then our pine branch again. Most of them, the processes are pretty much the same for each card. Put that down, and I've got glue all over the place because it slipped, but it'll dry clear. Alright, and then our tan piece branch. I'm just going to tuck that one there. Grab the excess glue, and then again our Christmas one, I'm going to do it the same as the last, and feel free to rearrange this however you want. And we're just going to put it right across here again. And there you have card number 3. Alright, for the last card you are going to need card base, the holly paper, the red stripe with its mat, the white plaid with its mat, the blue-robed Father Christmas and its mat, this lace border, and your sentiment. Okay, so get these out of the way for now. Again, we're going to fold our card base, and we're going to take our holly paper and again a small bead of glue. I got a really big blob right there. Alright, and we're just going to place this on paper. Alright, so we're going to take our white plaid and the mat, and we're going to layer those together. I'm just going to place it so that there's an even border all the way around. And then I am going to take this and I'm just going to put it on a slight angle at the bottom left side, like that. And then we're going to take our red border, or our red stripe paper, not border, and then we're going to put that on its mat, again making sure all the edges are even, and that's another reason why I like the wet adhesive, is because you got a little time to play with it, make sure you get it right. And then we're just going to glue this onto an angle going the other way. Not too much, I kind of want to have the corners showing. So there we go. And then we need our lace border, and I'm putting glue on like the thickest parts of the border. And we're going to place this at the bottom, just kind of going across here. Grab my paper towel. Give it a good press down. Hopefully that's even there. And then we'll take our Father Christmas and layer it onto its mat. Making sure you're centering it. And then we're going to put the foam squares on the back. And we're going to put this on an angle this way, but we want to make sure we see all the edges of all the corners of our other papers here. So, like that. I'm going to grab our poinsettia and we're going to place it down here. Actually, before we do that, looks like we're going to just put some glue on the back of the sentiment and place that on top here. And now we'll place our poinsettia just kind of right here. Just hold it down for a little while so it can properly adhere. This is where you could use a glue dot instead of glue. And then our pine branch. We're just going to stick that in here. And our tan branch. And there you have our last card. And I hope you enjoyed putting these together with me. There is a link in the description box if you would like to get this kit. There are still some available. And so thanks for watching. Bye.